Right, my friends, just give me 1 second there. I need to copy, paste the live link to send it on my Twitch. Oh, sorry, not Twitch, on Discord. I do have a Discord, my friends, believe it or not. Yes, I do. Right, my friends, so how the hell is everybody? Hope everybody's safe and well. Welcome back to the channel, my friends. So yeah, basically we're going to be testing out a new shop option that I've added to some of my own kind of mods here. And some of them will be public and some of them are private at the moment. And basically I'm just catching up on a little bit of farming here on Elm Creek. So, you know, it's a base game map, you know. This is pretty much what I have here. Alright. About 100,000 in the bank. Just bought some fields. Just been doing some, you know, random, you know, harvesting and that type of thing. So these fields are kind of ready, as you can see. Look, 82 is ready, but I don't own that, as you can see. Look, so I've got some fields here that are ready, and I've harvested 57, and now I'm on these two fields at the bottom. So yeah, Mr. Tony Myth, how the hell are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, my friend. I appreciate that. So yeah, we're going to just finish off a bit of harvesting first, and then we're going to take a look at some mods. It's been an interesting day. I'm in an interesting day in terms of mods. So one of the mods that kind of personally interested me was a prefab, that for Giants Editor. So basically, some guy released a mod whereby you can use the in-game assets library decal, which is a very large. It's like a 4K file or something. And basically, it contains like a couple of hundred various warning decals. You know, warnings on labels, that type of thing. So, for example, that there would be a warning decal, as you can see. Look, so the yellow warning decals that you see on mods. So yeah, basically it allows me or anybody really who has access to Giants Editor, it allows people now to put their own decals on mods. Now there is one caveat to that, my friends. The surface of the mod has to be flat. So if it's any kind of a curve or it has to be a flat surface, or otherwise the mod won't, or the decal won't look correct on the mod. You don't want floating decals and that type of thing. But I was going to make a video actually showing people how to do it. You know, how to actually go into Giants Editor and how to place a decal on a mod and that type of thing using that new assets prefab. But I might do that tomorrow. Do that today, but I've already taken the opportunity to place a decal on a mod myself using the new assets prefab. So I'll show you what I did. But at the moment, my friends, we're just catching up with a little bit of harvesting here. This is canola, field 74. So I own a lot of these fields down here. Some of them are ready and some of them are not. So I'm going to put that on the worker. So I've been using the little Landini here, little Rex, the 120 horsepower little thing, just to see what she's capable of, you know. A lot of the tractors in game I haven't used yet. So she's a compact little thing. But 120 horses ain't bad. Where am I going? Bloody birds. Ooh, I love that sound. I don't know if you guys heard that. Yeah, I like the sounds that they have in cab now, you know. There's all sorts of, kind of... It feels more realistic, I think, with all the, the in kind of... the cab, rolling and shaking and moving around, I think it's a lot more realistic. So I'll place the side over here. Just so I could have easy access to the collect all the crops and stuff. Not sure if this is a multi-solder. I assume it is. Love the folding and unfolding sounds that we have now. That is awesome. So yeah, so we're going to be taking a look at a. I've been working on another mod. So this is another private one. So basically, it's based off a mod-up mod. So I've taken like there's like 2 or 3 versions of the Massey Ferguson 3670. So there's a couple on the mod hub and there's a couple not on the mod hub. So basically I've kind of combined the best bits of all the mods and put them into one kind of thing, you know, that type of thing. The best of both worlds, as it were. Just kind of make my own little version, little private version for myself. And I'm going to take a look at that one as well, see if I've done it correctly or not, or if I've botched it. So this guy is almost finished down here now. Get out of here, birds. It's 80% capacity. So yeah, I'm going to be doing work on these fields as well, trying out various, you know, ground states, making, you know, seeing which piece of equipment changes the, you know, mulched seed bed, you know, cultivated. I want to check out the harrows, the various harrows as well, you know, to see how they, you know, the disc harrow or whatever, you know, how the different pieces of equipment change the ground state when you know, you work the field. Canola here. So as you can see, my friends, my driving is absolutely immaculate. Professional driver here, chat. 0 input lag, thank God. Bank holiday weekend here in Ireland on Monday. I don't know if you saw it, Tony. So on Amazon this morning, I saw something that piqued my interest. Basically, I saw a Zotac RTX 3080 for a cool €1,000, which is, you know, MSRP. It's the 10 gigabyte version. It's the original 3080. You know, the non LHR or light hash rate version. And basically, I pulled the trigger, my friend. I pulled the trigger on it. So yeah, we have an RTX 3080 en route, as they say, for a cool 1,000, which is actually a good price considering, you know, where graphics cards are at the moment. You know, they're still overpriced. This one was the closest to MSRP that I personally seen. So yeah, I pulled the trigger on that one. So we're still going to be working on the laptop though. But yeah, I do have a nice 3080 now for the you know, the desktop. So I have a 2070 Super in it at the moment. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep it as a backup, you know, just in case something goes full bar. Or if, you know, in the future I wanted to sell the 3080, at least I don't, you know, I can have something to swap in. So that's what we're going to do. So I kind of had the money together for like a 3090, you know. So it's been sitting there for quite a while, and I hadn't really touched it. So the first kind of thing I decided was I'm going to buy a better quality, higher powered laptop. So we got that. We have the Lenovo Legion. You give me 500 for the 2080. Oh, the 3080. Okay, that's a bargain. So yeah, so I bought the Lenovo Legion laptop, and then I had some money left over. Then I says, you know what, I'll start looking at graphics cards, and as I said, luckily enough, there was a Zotac model that was as close to MSRP as I've seen in over, well, nearly 2 years now. There we go. So we got some crops in the silo there. We can sell those later on. For some reason, I've just lost 10,000 euros, dollars. Where did that money go to? Did you see that? I had 104,000. What the hell? I'm 10 grand down. Where did that go to? Oh, there's a little what you call this thingy? The Salak. This is a really nice little trailer. Very nice. You know? Small, compact. You know. I'm going to save the game there. Because I'm going to be renting stuff, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want to, you know, deplete my money anymore. Anyways, we're going to take a look at this. So let's see if I've done my job right. So yeah, I've been working on a new thingy in the shop options here. So my friends, you might see here that under engine setup, it says, well, hopefully you can read that. It actually says junior. So basically, I've added I've used the display brand feature. It's an XML entry that you can put into, well, the XML, where you can actually add brand logos for shop options. So that's essentially what I've done here, right? So instead of text, so for example, up here we have front fenders, we have stock, right? Stock and fender extension. Right, so this is just text. So what I've done here is I've added an image instead of a text-based shop option. So you have a junior. So the standard didn't work, and the super didn't work, and the master didn't work, but they're in there. So anyways, I must have screwed up the mapping in the XML, or the entries are not in the XML. Actually, you know what? Let me take a look at that quickly. That should have worked. How did that happen? Let's see. Is it in the XML? It's not in the XML. Alright, so I only added one of the entries into the motor configuration. So that's why that happened. So the junior decal is mapped in, but yeah, display brand junior is in the motor configuration. But I haven't added them to the rest, so that's why that's happening. So, but anyway, it should work, you know. So you can see it there. Look, it says junior, right? So that works. What else is there? I wanted to show you something else is here. I want to take a look at this. I want to see, did that work? So what I'm looking for is, I added a decal to this thing, but I don't see the damn thing. Or am I looking at the wrong piece of equipment? I'm looking at the wrong piece of equipment. Here it is. Yeah, let me show you this. So the rear signs. So let me get this. So we'll get this again. So we'll just get the junior version. So yeah, so using that new assets decal thingy, so I added a decal down here. Look, see this one here? So I added that to the mod myself, right? So as I said, once you have a flat surface, so this is obviously a flat surface, you know, you wouldn't be adding it to here. This is a rounded surface, so you can't. I wouldn't be able to do it. You'd have to do that in Blender, but any sort of flat surface you can add these brand logos to. And we have now successfully modified the baler here to accept Porsche. using this kind of PTO extension thingy. There we go. That worked that time. It didn't work the first time though. I wonder why that didn't work the first time. Now it's working, look. See, it's connected there. So that's a little junction box that we created there. So we could facilitate the hooking up of the baler here. So I don't know if you saw, Tony, but Slucious modding. So this is from FS19, right? So we converted this from 19 to 22, and we made it kind of, you know, our own kind of version of it, right? Slucious modding has actually released his own version. Excuse me. He's released his own version of that mod on the mod hub, and here it is here. Look. So this is his version, right? So he's kind of done things differently, you know. So we're not touching this at all, you know. This is his version for 22. So you know we're not gonna mess with it or anything. Track width. Oh, you can actually change the width. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? Oh, I like what he's done there. Look at that. So you can change the width of the thingy there. That's interesting. But I wonder what advantage of that would be. Why would you want it like that? It's definitely interesting though. You can change the main color here. So white and that and that. I'll go back to John Deere. So yeah, we've got Continental and Lizard. So these are custom tires. He's done these himself. Custom rims as well. I want to hear the sounds that he's added to his version. So he's added his own kind of, you know, he did his own XML work and added his own sounds. Whereas we kind of did our thing, as it were. So I want to hear the difference between the two of them. So it's the unfolding sounds that I'll be interested in. So that's his version. That's how he's done the kind of the unfolding. Okay, so and then this is what we did ourselves. So this is the FS19 version that we converted and did our own thing with. So we had to tailor this specifically for the Porsche, you know. So I'm gonna do a little bit something like that as well. Oh, let's get out of the way here. So you can take a listen to this one when this one unfolds. So yeah, you know, he has different sounds associated with the unfolding and unfolding. Not quite sure which I prefer. I think I'll probably play around with the sounds and stuff like that to see, you know, what it sounds like, and see can I decide on something. I want to take a look at this here. Let me look at this here as well. So I want to change the material type. See the way this tank is glossy? So this isn't set right, I don't think. I'm going to have to change the material type of that tank to something else. And I want to take a look at this as well, the grading. So, okay, that's the grades. The grid piece. So yeah, I made a few changes to the mod today. I just want to see what it's like. So let's take a look then at the other mods. And that didn't work either. Look, god dang it. So basically, I have not done my job correctly. So I made all of the decals for all of the various versions, but I have not added the bloody pictures into the XMLs. So that's why. And I don't think I've done it with the other mod either. I don't think I have. I have not added the entries to this one either, have I? I have. So that's about the only one that I've actually done a proper job on. So yeah, you can see it there. So you have the, so this is the 3600 series. This is what I've called it, right? So you have the engine setup. You have 3670. You can see it there. Look, engine setup 3670, 3680, 3690, and 1950. Right. So this is a kind of an amalgamation of 4 different mods into one. You know, so this is kind of the version you're seeing here is a non-mod version, because this one is simple IC. And none of the mod hub versions have simple IC yet. But each mod had its own various, options and configurations. So I kind of put them all together, as it were. So you have the exhaust here. Look, so you can change the material type. I added the aerials, which was from another mod. Look, so you can put the aerials on this thing. Even though I think those aerials are a little bit tall. So yeah, you can put the aerials on the top. The front grid here, you can change. I've done another little number here. You can change the front grid, look, to a different grid pattern. It does say Landini, yes. You can change it to a Landini. So it changes the grid. Front loader attacher is obvious, quick and power. So the 19500 is the Landini version. So you would change it to that. That changes the Landini decal. Right, so Massey or Landini. Design color. So you can change the grid on the side. There you go, look. So the grid's on the side. Or you can change it to black or grey or dark grey. So I think it's supposed to be like that. At least I think so. The rim color, then you can change it to. So I'm not quite sure what the Landini is set for. So I tried to change the front grid. So this option here, but for whatever reason, I don't know. There was some kind of a color matte conflict. Basically, yeah, I couldn't get it to work. Basically, so it's either I can either do the front grid here or I can do the sides. I can't do both together, unfortunately. Unless I can try and figure that out. But yeah, you can change the kind of the grid. So that's kind of that one there. So yeah, it's just basically a kind of an amalgamation of various different mods. Putting them all into one kind of thing. I don't know if there's going to be any errors. There probably is. Look, so you see what I've done there. Look. Error, can't load resource. See, blah blah. My game farmers in the mods. Viewer store 6105 DDS. So basically, I haven't mapped the store images or the engine config. The engine decals in the XML properly. They're in the folder, but they're just not mapped properly. So that's why the errors are showing up there. What else is it going to show up in? Down here and see if there's anything else here. That's the base game warning, not to do with the mods. You can see at the top here, look, it says CPU 11th gen Intel Core i5 11400H at 2.7 gigahertz. Windows 10 64-bit, and then it says NVIDIA RTX 3060 laptop GPU. So I've got the very latest NVIDIA drivers from the 20th of April, 1920 by 1080. All the graphics settings set to max quality. Land speeder, unfortunately, my friend, the Empire confiscated that land speeder. It was involved in some kind of, you know, dodgy shenanigans on Tatooine. So I believe it's been involved in some kind of spice mining or something on Tatooine. So yeah, they've confiscated it. So yeah, I don't think you're going to be seeing it for quite some time, my friend, unfortunately. So that one there doesn't hook up properly, look. So it doesn't hook up to this correctly. But, you know, it's not designed for this tractor. So yeah, I like this Massey Ferguson. It's a nice little tractor. I think it's from the 1990s. So the Landini decal comes on in the steering wheel as well, look. So you can change it up, you know. And yeah, I kind of like this one. As I said, this is my own little private version. So it's kind of a hodgepodge amalgamation of like four different modded versions. And then we had the Bueller as well, the Bueller as I call it. So this is my own kind of hodgepodge version of this one as well. Right, so yeah, there you go. So that's that one. I don't think I have anything else. Do I have anything else? No, I do not. So yeah, not much installed or anything, my friends. You know. So yeah, there you go. So it does work. As I said, the new kind of shop option thingy does work. I just have to set it up properly because I've basically foobarred it up completely. Well, yeah, it does work, which is the main thing. So I'm happy enough with that. You can see there at the bottom, my friends, look, 3670, 3680, 3690, and 1950. Yeah. So yeah, you know, if modders wanted to do that, they can do that. You can add decals now to the engine configuration option. You can add the display brand XML entry, and you can add the brand DDS files, you know, into the folder, and just you can have little pictures. So instead of text, you have little pictures showing the engine, you know, the shop options. So I think that's a nice little thing. As I said, we started to do it with other mods as well. For example, so the Porsche Diesel one, we have the rear sign, look. So we have a kind of a no option. Then we have a picture of the warning sign, and then the 15 kph. And which this one here, you can see we have a little picture of the hose at the side. So these are little things that, you know, modders can implement into their own mods, and, you know, for shop options, instead of having text, you know, displaying your shop option entry, you can have little pictures, basically, you know. And I think it's a cool little addition, and hopefully more modders and mods kind of utilize that, you know, because it's a cool little thing in my opinion. Probably, you know, it makes no real world difference, you know. It's just from a modder standpoint. I think it's just a cool little thing that you're able to do with, you know, FS22. Right, there you go, my friends. Bit of a quick, short stream from me. I need to fix a few things in there on my end here that I botched. But there you go, my friends. Hopefully you enjoyed some of that and maybe even learned something. You never know. Hopefully tomorrow I'll stream again, and I'll actually show people how to using the new Asus decals prefab. I'll show people how to install warning labels and warning signs on mods, you know, using that kind of prefab that came out in the mod hub today. It's not that hard, you know. You just kind of have to watch the steps and, you know, kind of follow it. But yeah, should be something, you know, for, you know, if people wanted to modify their own mods or add warning decals to a mod or whatever, or change things around, that allows you to do that. All right, my friends, I'm going to end it there. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Appreciate it. And God willing,